Hello, welcome to Mystic Moon. Aries. Aries is reading for anyone with particularly strong Aries energy. Do you have an Aries sun, an Aries moon, an Aries rising? If you have significant Aries energy, this reading is for you. Also, Aries, if your Venus is in another sign, consider looking at those readings when they become available in those signs. These readings also apply to Venus signs and seventh house. Aries, this reading will be divided up into two parts. It's actually, provided I have the energy for it, the 13 readings in one. We'll do a main reading on love, and then there'll be the clarification by the 12 zodiac signs. Love reading is whatever comes out, whatever is need to be known. Second part of the reading is then checking about their heart chakra energy towards yours. That pink energy, not love, not lust. True care, affection, empathy. All the ingredients needed to go and build a healthy relationship, regardless if it's platonic or romantic. You know, those basic building blocks you need to have. Let me go and get some light, though, before we start. I think today promises to be a nice day. Cloudy, but a nice day. All right, Aries, I won't be time stamping this reading, so if you're watching it after the fact, first part is around 20 minutes. Second part, each reading is probably about maybe around 3 minutes. Aries, if you appreciate my time in doing this, and if you're interested in seeing this reading again for for July. Just jumping ahead on months here. For July, do give me a thumbs up. Aries, these readings take me about an hour to an hour and a half to do. So when it's all said and done with all 12 zodiac signs, turns out to 12 hours, 18 hours at a minimum. So yeah, definitely give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see this again. That determines the order to that I do these again and what I do. So I have this little cat where I need to go and put my cards. Otherwise, I don't have that much space. Can you move, little one? He's my good boy. He's my very good boy, Aries. He's 5 years old, and he's a very good boy. He's the type of boy you can go and dunk in the bathtub, put in the shower, and he will never bite you. He will never claw you. He'll meow and blah, blah, blah. He won't even really resist. He'll be like, oh, why are you doing this to me? Why do I have to be washed? He's like that. But he's such a good boy, such a gentle boy, a loud boy, complains all the time, but very good boy, very gentle. All right. So Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, Aries Venus. Or if you have significant Aries energy enough to tap into that, let's go and see. Something smells good, Aries. Something smells very good, Aries. Something, the pace is being picked up, Aries. You don't need to do anything, Aries. Something is coming towards you. Question is, Aries, what is it that's coming towards you? Because you're like a little lighthouse. You are the spring, Aries. You are the bird feeder. Things are coming your way. Oh, did I just fold back that hermit? I did. Wait, was it hermit? I think it was hermit that came out. Yeah, because Knight of Swords was the bottom of the deck energy. Okay, so hermit. Hermit gets the Emperor, which is Aries energy. Ace of Swords. What strong cards, Aries. Also, too, it feels like somebody, Aries, not shy, Aries. This person may pontificate a bit much, Aries. This person very well could be a talker. This person could be someone who likes to talk about philosophy a little too much. Maybe their own philosophy, maybe other people's philosophies. This is someone who definitely, it could be an interesting conversationalist. They like to talk. They like to try and talk about profound things. This person feels like in their quest to go and find profound things to talk about, Aries, they've come to some understandings of their own. I do think this person likes a good conversation. Signs I have Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Libra, Aquarius. So there is some Libra and Aquarius quite prominent here in their chart. There also is some prominent Earth. This person it's important, Aries, to go and see if you're on the same wavelength. Of course, I suppose that's important for everyone, but it's like this person, all the other things are just a compliment to how well you vibe, and also to if your direction of understanding and learning and comprehension, how you see things, is that the same. But I will say this person likes to pontificate a lot. This person could be very learned in a classical sense in terms of advanced degrees. Maybe they're going through a degree program right now, Aries. Actually, I kind of hope with this energy, they kind of are going through a degree program, because otherwise, this is just giving me the energy of somebody who, well, they like to go and lecture. The larger the group, the better. The wider the reach, the better. This person likes to try and make an impact, not saying that they're not impactful. I just hope in this energy, they were a student of the formal sense, of the traditional sense, because if they're not, this is like someone who hosts seminars, someone who attends seminars. It's, well, like to go and name drop and talk about things that inspire them while simultaneously trying to inspire others. That's the kind of personality I have here. I'm not going to call this bookish or bookworm or nerd, because it's not that. But it's definitely kind of the stodgy. It's a little stodgy. This person will talk your ears off if you give them a chance, Aries. You know what? Let's go and check out the Fool out of all those cards. The Fool. Fool Aries gets 4 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups. This person may be a little bit of a mismatch for some of you, Aries. Fool with 4 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. I think this person is going to feel a very attracted, invigorated, very excited by you. It is a little bit tempered. It feels like their initial delight towards you could be stronger on their end than yours, Aries. This person will be like, the person I've been waiting for. The person I've been waiting for. And Aries, this person could say, in fact, that this is like they could find you, the person they're waiting for, and Aries, as they're expressing themselves to you, they could overtalk your ear. And you can go, You know, sometimes some people, they talk a lot when they get nervous. They have strong Mars energies. And they feel uncomfortable. They talk. This person can talk. And that could leave you going, gee. The attraction is going to be stronger on their end than yours. And I precisely think it's going to be a personality thing, Aries. Aries, here's somebody that is going to require a little bit of time. They're going to be more attracted to you. You will need some time to warm up to them. I think first impressions would be interesting, but after you talk to them a little bit, that's going to cool it down. And depending upon what you are interested in, Aries, depending upon what you are interested in, that's going to determine how this proceeds. Because those couple of things that this person is excited about and that they talk about, it's not like a wide range of everything. Specific genres, this person could be very into spirituality, self-help, self-improvement, how to live life, how to eat. Back to the land, is that what they call them? Back to the farm to table, but farm to table isn't quite it, but it's around that genre. Classes you'd have at your local library, classes you'd have at an ashram, seminars you'd have at a temple. This person is into things like that. This person would have a tendency to do things like that. And I do think Aries, this person, will double down on who they are and what they like to talk about, what interests them, because they precisely want to see if you are interested in it as well. And in fact, Aries, I also say too, talking to you and sharing who they are is their way of expressing interest. But that's essentially the type of person that you're getting. And I'm also going to say in this energy, as verbose as they first appear, is not really how they'll taper off, mellow out. No, it'll be the same type of subjects and the same type of thing. Would they want to be the ones who bring information around? Well, they consider themselves lifelong students. They also consider themselves to have reached some breakthroughs. They like to make an impact. Making an impact is important to them. So therefore, you're not going to get them to be quiet. In fact, if they stopped reading or learning or attending seminars and talking about probably their life philosophy, spiritual philosophy, religious philosophy, life philosophy, it would only be because they're probably in a huge depression. If it wasn't a huge depression that they were in, they will not shut up. That's pretty much what I have here, Aries. Aries, I do have, as I said, strong Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Aquarius. Emperor, of course, is Aries, but that could very well be you. Other energies I have here, I have Capricorn. I'm going to say significant energies are definitely all the earth signs. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Then the air signs most prominently are Aquarius and Libra. Then followed by some water, just in general. See some Pisces, Aries, Scorpio. This person does like to talk. It's all about if you can get beyond their personality. If their personality works for you. If you like to have your ear talked off. Because that's what this person will do. This person considers himself a lifelong student. The only reason why I say too, I hope that they're in some sort of program like a student at university or something like that, because that could that could be a very good reason of why this person is so excited about what they're doing. But if they're not Aries, this person is just a type who will always be in and out of seminars, lectures, buying books, and talking about them, wanting to talk about them. This person looks for interesting things to their mind to go and talk about precisely to other people. This person is building up to the energy, if they're not already there, of somebody who will host their own classes on the secret of oneness and the best way to make your own shoes. Eventually, this person is very much in the energy that they could go, they would like to go, they would like to talk and teach others. Whether they're there or not, I don't know. I think for that energy, the healthiest is for them to either be a student or have some sort of formal structure in education with an actual teaching title on there. Otherwise, it's just someone who likes the environment. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, as I said, this person is very laser focused. And I think for that kind of laser focus, it'd be good for them to actually get something tangible out of it, like a salary or like a degree, rather than just their ever encompassing hobby. For instance, I have kitties. I have that many. And I would say in that kind of energy, it's like if nothing I ever spoke about to people I just met were my 4 cats. Be like, oh, I have 4 cats. They meow all the time. Their feet are this big. They go potty at this time. They go and like to eat this. When they sleep here. I mean, all these kind of things that, unless I was talking to a fellow cat crazed person, who cares, right? I'm just saying there's a little bit of that energy there. This person, in their quest to go and find other people who are on the same path or excited about the same things, they filter and they sort of box people in by their interest. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There's not much of a communal space for conversation subjects or exploration of subjects that go out of what interests them. And I think that kind of rigidity is a tad sad. That's all. Anyway, Aries, let's go on to the 12 sign zodiac breakdown. The forecast of your energy with the energy of the others. This is how they are towards you, Aries. Aries, if you're interested, cross-watch with the other readings that are done. Chi-Chi. You want to come out, Chi-Chi? I think my Chi-Chi wants to come out, so give me a second. You want to come out, Chi-Chi? Out. All right. Let's go and see. Which sign will we start with? for Aries. We'll start with Scorpio. Aries, do you know a Scorpio? Will you meet a Scorpio? I told you that, right? Like these are 4 people who you know. You may or may not be talking to them. Maybe somebody who you meet, maybe a friend, maybe a love. All those possibilities are here. So, Aries, if the person on your mind is a Scorpio, let's see that Scorpio towards you. 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to say, first of all, that Scorpio feels like very independent energy, very capable energy, because I would say, too, that Scorpio has gotten that way. Scorpio didn't come out of the womb that way. Scorpio has learned that the way to make sure that their peace is maintained, protected, and also, too, Scorpio has cooled down their expectations of others past what can be generated by them. Scorpio is like the start of all things. According to them, Scorpio is an initiator. Scorpio is very self-contained. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, Scorpio is extremely self-contained. The same cards just popped up. Yeah, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, Scorpio is very self-contained. Scorpios also realize that their happiness does not depend on others. Their happiness depends on them. Their inner circle, their inner self is very hard to penetrate in this. I'd also say too that what Scorpio presents outside may not be how Scorpio actually feels inside. Now, of course, I could say you could say that's a characteristic of Scorpio, but this particular energy here is very guarded. Scorpio is picture perfect, but Scorpio internally is not picture perfect. Scorpio is quite intense. I'm going to say, too, with Scorpio's energy, I don't know. Scorpio is very self-contained. Scorpio looks for the opportunities that come to them, the opportunities they can make the most of. Scorpio is not the type to go and ask for any sort of assistance or help necessarily. If they do ask for assistance or help, it's going to be because they want to see how you behave, almost like a litmus test to see if they have, like if they offered you an apple and it's only to see if you have an apple allergy. In that sort of respect, I feel like they would ask, if they asked for something, they would want to see almost like the data of whatever they asked for would be used in some larger idea that they're thinking about, but they wouldn't tell you. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, no, Scorpio has a lot of game. Scorpio is not likely to make any significant moves. Scorpio could be waiting for you to make significant moves. But even that's not really the goal. The goal of Scorpio is not seeing what sort of moves you make, but what kind of opportunities are there in your connection. Scorpio is going to go and play a very strategic game of chess with you. Scorpio will make moves. Don't take Scorpio's passivity for the fact that they're waiting for you. Scorpio is just waiting to go and create an ideal field for them to move in. And Scorpio has patience. I don't see Scorpio doing anything significant, but I would say that even the smallest moves or actions from Scorpio are all part of a very larger down the road type of thing, because ultimately what Scorpio does is clear a field for them to build in. And that's not something that happens overnight. For the type of field and the type of mobility Scorpio desires. I would just say that. Aries, if you're dealing with a Cancer for Aries. Oops. That Judgment fell out, but I don't feel like taking a card that fell out. Knight of Cups. I want that card. 8 of Swords, the Fool. If you're dealing with a Cancer, Aries, I wouldn't expect Cancer to do anything significant towards you right now. I wouldn't expect Cancer, anything significant from a Cancer you may know. In fact, I would say Cancer specifically is seeking out new things, new opportunities. I would also say Cancer is probably doing that because the opportunities they've already developed, they've seen how far they could go according to maybe their terms. Cancer has seen how far could they get with the people around them. They've reached some limitations, some things that they have to work around or work with. And Cancer doesn't know quite what to do with that for some reason. Cancer doesn't want to necessarily go over those things. So therefore, Cancer is looking in other directions. Cancer is doing a sharp pivot in another direction. If you're dealing with a Cancer, Cancer is full of game right now as well. If you meet a Cancer's energy here is better if you meet a Cancer, but also know in this energy, Cancer is making movements based on other things in their life. They're a little frantic in their energy. In fact, I'd also say with Cancer could go and talk very pleasingly to you, make you think that you're on the same path, but keep in mind, Cancer is frantic. Cancer has some frantic energy. Cancer is still pivoting away from something that's currently in their life and maybe driving them nuts in some way that they can't solve or they don't want to touch. They don't want to touch any more than they have. Your energy is better if you meet a Cancer, but Cancer has some underlying things that they are reacting because of. And for that reason, I would say Cancer is kind of in the quality or the category of you can look, but I wouldn't recommend touching. Cancer's energy is too. Let's just call it too full of game. And it's not the fun games that you both could enjoy. Keyword is could, but I don't like that energy. I wouldn't recommend it. Let's go and see Pisces. Pisces for Aries. Okay, all the water signs are quite volatile right now. But I'm going to say best energy right now is with Pisces. You know, Pisces in this energy, they know what they want. They want to go and get it as soon as possible. They want to know, do you have the same sort of excitement that they do? By the way, Ten of Cups is Piscean energy. I'm going to say out of all the water signs, Aries, my vote for you right now at this time period is a Pisces. Pisces is good energy. Pisces also, too, is very self-confident energy. Like legitimately self-confident. Legitimately, Pisces has no time for games. Pisces only has the time for action. Pisces should be fun for you, Aries. Fun you both can enjoy. Let's go on to the next sign. We'll go on to air. Aries. Do you know an Aquarius? An Aquarius for Aries. Ace of Cups. Five of Swords. If you're dealing with an Aries, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, Aries. Kochi. What? Kochi? What are you in that corner for? You know that I don't want you in that corner. That's not a good corner for you to be in. Tata. Kochi. He says, oh, I'm not tattooing. I want to go sniffing. What are you sniffing though? No. No. Okay, come on. That'd be a good boy. Let's see, we're on Aquarius, I think. So Aquarius, Five of Swords is Aquarius energy. Well, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, Aquarius is ready to take action. Aquarius has thought very long and hard about what kind of life they want, what kind of partner do they want, what do they want to give, how do they want to give. Four of Wands is Aries energy. If you meet an Aquarius, Aquarius is ready to take action. Aquarius is ready to link up to something significant. Aquarius wants to be with something significant, someone significant, in a relationship significant to them. I guess if you're with an Aries, Aquarius, Aries, right time, right place, right person. Aries, if you meet or are dealing with a Libra. Kochi. Go potty in the right place, Kochi. Go potty in the right place. In the right place. You can go in the right place. Go to the potty. Potty. No, go in the right place. No, Kochi, don't do that to me. Come on, Kochi. You're out. Kochi. Come on, Kochi. What is that? Oh, Kochi, you know the right way of doing things. Nothing's stopping you from going and partying. Oh. He says, but I couldn't go to potty because I thought my daddy, his other, the other male cat was in there, which he was. So he's stopping me from going potty. I can't go potty because I'll be bullied if I go. Well, that's what we have big human ape for. I think I was going to do, was it Libra or Gemini? I forget. Did I do Libra or Gemini? I completely forget. Oh well. I think I may have to end this. I have lots of kitties doing lots of things. And I probably also have to feed them. I think that's what I'll do. I'll be back with some other readings later, the rest of the readings. But Aries, at least you got to know for right now the water signs and an air sign. Hello. Aries, do give me a thumbs up if you'd like to go and see more in this series, if you'd like me to do the other zodiac signs. And I shall be back later. Until next time. Well, unless anybody has any questions, I can go and pull for you for a personal reading. I would ask for a donation of $25 if that's so. You can also think about it and catch me on another live. I won't interrupt the collective readings that I'm doing, but you can wait until there's a break or a pause. Why would I do that, Kushi? Why would I do a reading that would only benefit one person? And I don't understand why. You can pay through Buy Me a Coffee, Kushi. You can pay through Buy Me a Coffee. It works in India. You can think about it. But otherwise, my policy here is for personal readings, for you to show appreciation of my time and energy pulling on you. It is soul work. I ask for a monetary donation. I have that many kitties. I have litter. I have cat food. I have my other bills. All these readings that I do for the collective readings, they do take time. For a private reading, a reading that only benefits one person, yeah, that's what I ask for. Thank you. Bye-bye.